Well, hey, happy Tuesday night, all. Um, I thought I'd get on here and ask the question, um, who or what are you leading? Hopefully who, but also what are you leading? As you may see, I thought, I was just at a Trail Life meeting tonight with my son, serving as one of the leaders in that organization, which is an honor and a privilege to do so, to work with other fathers and their sons. It truly is an honor. But the question I wanted to just pose to you tonight, here at the end of Tuesday, and we're going into Valentine's Day tomorrow, of course. But who is it that you lead, um, or get to lead? Uh, you may not be leading actively right now, but there's an opportunity to lead, and maybe you're not taking that on fully. Um, but for me, um, it started with leading myself. Um, Gosh, years ago, I started off as a biologist, and I worked in as far as in the business realm goes. I started to take on assignments and that tasks and responsibilities, and as I performed well and served others, in that capacity, the opportunity arose where I could actually lead, individuals and then teams, um, and as that grew, um, there was more responsibilities put upon me in a good way. I wouldn't say, put upon me, meaning I didn't want them. I welcomed them, and I was grateful to take them on because it caused me to rise up to a new level. We can only lead from what we live. And I've learned that over the years, there's a big difference between managing things versus being a leader in those things and showing up as a leader. And so I believe personally this cascades all over, our lives. Oftentimes it's as a man we can lead potentially, hopefully in business, in some kind of technical role where you're succeeding. I went up the ranks in the retail world where I was a assistant manager. I was a third key, if you will, where I was helping in the management team, but I was leading others. I was showing them how to do things. I was guiding them and directing them because I wanted to serve, I wanted to teach, I wanted to train, I wanted to facilitate, and I knew that if I did that, I could help others. Now, the reality is, I believe we're all called to lead in some capacity, starting with ourselves. We have to lead ourselves first before we can lead other people. The reality is, others know, in my innately, I believe they may not be able to articulate it in words, but they know in their spirit and they know in their heart when there's a leader who's not leading themselves in their life, truly showing up and leading them in their relationships, the way they run their finances, the way they treat their children. This is really, really important, because what I found is if I didn't, um, lead myself well, I wouldn't have those that would have followed me, right? To be a leader means you have to have followers, people that believe in you, that are on the same page as you, that see a greater mission, and they know that you're fulfilling it, and that you're coming at it from a place of service, of love, of lifting other people up. True leadership, as what I call servant leadership, meaning how do we serve and lift up others? It isn't about an ego. It isn't about a power, although those can be certainly, unfortunately, it's ascribed that that's more of a leader. That's more of what I consider, um, a despot, if you will, a a ruler. That's not a leader. A ruler is not necessarily a leader, right? I Ideally, we want to have that emerge, but that doesn't always happen. So, the question I pose to you tonight is, who are you leading? Number one, are you leading yourself well? Are you leading yourself well so that others would want to be around you and emulate you and see what you're doing? Because I hear this oftentimes in sports or movies, like, "I never chose to be a leader. I know nobody should be looking up to me." Well, the reality is people are looking up to you whether you realize it or not. They look at you and they see how do you show up in your life. And it does affect other people's opinions and views of you. Not that I'm seeking opinions. I actually want to have better influence in leading people. I'm not worried about popularity contests. Again, it's not about ego. It's about the ability to serve and lead others. So the reason why I came into trail life here 3 years ago, with my son, we were just participating. We came into the organization, for example, and a couple years ago, um, it's August 2022. There was this prompting on my heart to serve and to say, "Hey, how can I help out? I'll help out wherever there is a need." It just came out of a servant heart. And that's where I'm saying, where do you lead from? Who do you lead? This is an important question to ask yourself. Do you have people that would willingly follow you because they know you're looking out for their best good, their highest and best, the very that you're looking out for them, right? This is really important in the area of marriage. It's really important in the way of raising children. Do they know that they're loved, that they're protected, that they're sought after, and that you're leading them from a place of confidence, calmness, perspective, um, and intentional? This trail life, why again coming on here tonight, prompted me just thinking about trail life because here I am with other fathers, other great leaders of young men, and these young men need to know that you truly care about them, that I get them, and I can meet them where they're at and help them along their journey. This isn't about power, isn't about manipulation. um, those things I find are symptoms of those that desperately seek power. I worked. I lived in a homeowners association in Orange County for quite a few years, and I saw those that were really good leaders within the organization, and I saw people that were in a position of power, but they weren't very good leaders. They wanted to wield that power to make them feel good about themselves, to try to exert and extract, if you will, from other people. And there's other people that wanted to give, that wanted to lift up, they wanted to help, give a hand. And that's what I call a true leader. But that comes from leading from yourself because you cannot lead and care for somebody else in which you're not taking good care of yourself, right? Are you caring for your well being? Are you looking at how you're showing up for yourself, and then you can then have the opportunity, at least in my opinion, to then help others, um, from where you're leading yourself. Why do I post photos of, for example, me skiing or doing other parts of my life? Because it's important for me, again, not about an ego, but it's important to share with you how I'm being intentional in leading myself and then leading my family, the teams I get to work with, right? That is so very powerful. When you come from that place and see who do I get to lead, and starting with yourself and look around, I would encourage you as you lead yourself, you should be looking for these opportunities to lead others in that are, you know, they're further behind you. You have folks that are to maybe to the left of you that are further along their journey, and they want to be able to see somebody that has gone before from for them and has led and created a path for them. And the same token, we can look ahead to the people to the right that have crafted a way forward. I surround myself with amazing leaders because I see how they led themselves, how they've created great businesses, great relationships, how they've taken care of themselves physically, how they know God and have a relationship there. To me, that is very vital. So again, asking you this question, Number one, do you believe this is true? Are you leading yourself and you believe the power of leading yourself? Um, Drop a comment in here. I'd love to hear from you on this thought. But where are you showing up? Who are you leading in your life? Are you leading a team? Are you leading a few individuals? A task, a project? Are you leading your wife? Are you leading your children? Do they know that you're being intentional about that? Or is it more of a power grab, and trying to exert yourself, but not truly doing it from a leading, from a heart of a servant, but you're trying to manage or manipulate and use power and emotions to, you know, get people to bend to your will. Well, a natural leader and somebody that's focusing on this will give and lead people because they love and they come out of abundance, and they don't need to harangue people into following them. People should know that this is in their best interest. As again, as a leader, are you leading in the best interest of those around you? If you're not doing that, what I want to encourage you to do is to get help. I didn't do that for a long time. I wasn't doing that in my marriage. I did it okay at work. I did a fairly decent job, but I could have done better had I tied it into how I showed up at home in my personal life. And so as I've lived this and walk through this, leading myself to lead teams and others, it has opened up the door to give me the opportunity to serve more. And that's really the beauty of it. I want to be able to serve more. So why do I look at who I'm leading and why do I get to, "Hey, Carla." How do I get there? It's because I choose to do that. I choose to lean into leadership because I care and I wanna see other people rise up, and it's an opportunity, not and it's a responsibility I willingly take, but I want you to encourage you that as you do that, you'll be given more opportunities and responsibilities to rise up. We need more leaders. We need more people leading intentionally in their church, in their business, in their marriage, with their children. It's needed, you guys, more than ever. We really need people that stand up and say, I'm going to lead myself well. I'm going to look at how I'm showing up, not just in the moment, but beyond that. Um, and how can I be there for those that I get to love, share life with, right? Let us be intentional. Let us look at who we're leading and let's really reflect on that. Consider this is a great opportunity for you to lean into this. And if you're not clear, like, I don't lead anybody, there's nobody I lead. Well, you do lead at least one person, that's yourself. So everybody should be leading somebody, starting with themselves, in my opinion. And from there, it should radiate out those in your world that you get to encounter. So for me, it's been an honor. I've gotten to lead here, our Church of the Woods, our men's ministry. I got to lead in Trail Life. I've gotten to lead in different men's groups. I've got to serve in church councils in the past. And so I've seen this, and God's provided a way for me to serve in multiple capacities, um, because there's a need. There is purely a need there. And I hope you're feeling this on your heart a little bit. But if you're feeling like stuck, or you're like, I'm not sure, where do I start leading? Well, reach out to me. I do a free discovery call. I can start to help you, give you some tools and insights to help you. Because what happens is this is a multiplying effect in a good way, a snowballing effect. As you lead yourself effectively, as you show up as that powerful leader and leading and starting with yourself, it will only be an overflowing blessing to your wife, to your children, to your community, to your church, to your business. I'm telling you from firsthand experience. So I just want to leave that with you that tonight. Think about, who are you leading? Who do you get to lead? And maybe you haven't stepped up in that capacity yet, but there's always an opportunity to lead because you're further along your own journey of life than others. And so look at that as an opportunity here tonight, as we go into Valentine's Day tomorrow. Here's an opportunity for those of you that are husbands or boyfriends. You get to lead and show a way for your wife or girlfriend, for example, in how do you love them? How do you meet them where they're at? How do you show up in a powerful way, intentional? Well, it starts with leading yourself and being aware, and then you can bless others. So I want you to be in that place where you can be a blessing. You are blessed so that you can bless others. Let's get you into a powerful place. Let's get you into a place where you are truly leading. And again, if you're stuck or if you're watching this video and you know somebody that's stuck, then have them reach out to me and let's have a discovery call. Let's see if the tools and the things I've used for a long time will work. I'm not saying I have all the answers. I'm just saying that I know a way, the Warriors way, the tools that I use in the coaching program. I want to help more people. And this is why I'm coming live. I want to give value. I want to help people see that there's hope and they don't need to get stuck in the darkness, don't get stuck in the pit of their life where they're just like, it's not working the way I wanted it to work. So I appreciate you guys just jumping on with me tonight. Shout out to Trail Life USA here, one of my I get to serve here, and appreciating the opportunity just to share with you guys this thought of you know leading yourself, learning how you can do that in all areas, and I again can't stress enough. Don't go it alone. Don't wait another day. And how we can apply this and really see the results in our life, in your marriage, in your business, in your church, in your body, how you're taking care of yourself. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys sticking on to the end here, checking this out. Share with me, who are you leading? Who do you get to lead? Where are you serving? I love hearing that from you guys. Have an amazing Valentine's Day tomorrow, and I wish you guys all the best. Sweet dreams. Talk to you later. Good night, guys.